Link will be in the description below. Currently that's the price. I think I paid a little bit less. I may have bought refurbished. Amazon don't have any refurbished right now, but this is the monitor I bought. Pretty pleased with it. It's 165 hertz. Has a display port. I don't have any, they don't give me any more pictures on Amazon, but yeah, I've had it for 2 months now, and I'm deciding to make a video on what settings are on it. I went with this, and eventually I'll upgrade all my monitors, and this one will just be one that I watch TV on or something. I decide I'll go through the settings. There's a little button down here, just like most LG stuff. You just tap it in and you can move around with that. You got input if you go to the left, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, DisplayPort. I use HDMI 1. I had HDMI to DisplayPort and it just didn't work right. I am running 165 hertz, I think. Don't hold me to it. Up is power off, game mode is down. Yeah, 165 hertz. It'll tell you what all's going on. FreeSync is off. I have a G-Sync or GeForce. I'm gonna keep moving this around so it stays alive. My 1 millisecond blur is off. You can turn that on, but I'll show you later. Fast response time is on faster. HDR I have shut off because I do a lot of tabbing out of my games, and HDR, even though your desktop will be HDR and the game will be HDR, it takes a really long time. It flickers the screen too many times, and for the better quality, it ain't really worth it to me. Okay, and if you go to the right under settings, it'll pop everything up, tell you what it's being used. I'm using an HDMI that runs, here, let's see if I can do it in the background while I'm still showing you the settings. HDMI. I probably won't remember to put this into the settings, but this is the HDMI cord I bought. 10 bucks. I didn't run DisplayPort because I don't have one on my laptop at the current moment. And it says it runs 144 hertz, but what you want is the 48 gigabytes. A normal HDMI cord or a cheapo that it comes with does not have 48 gigabytes. Normally it's only a 2K compatible one, and it won't run the different settings. And since it's saying 144 hertz on 4K and 8K, since this monitor is only 1080p, it runs the 164 hertz at 1080p. It just doesn't tell you on here because they're trying to advertise, hey, we can do the best. But I didn't want the best. It's very expensive to get a 4K 165 hertz. So we're back under settings. Again, I didn't care for the HDR. I can turn it off or turn it on if you just go under your settings on your computer after you get out of all your stuff. You click on monitor 1, go down and click on HDR. You can flip it right on. It flickers all the screens. And it says HDR on. And it says HDR at the top, and as soon as you go under here, look, HDR is on. It also gives you more settings as you turn different things on. We have gamer. I don't know if you guys can see the color change. I don't have a, here, let's get a, there. See it get a bit darker, vivid. These are just blacked out. If you have different HDMI ports or DisplayPort, some of that stuff comes back. I could turn that back on. It tells you a little bit about it. Turn it back on. I don't want to adjust my settings too much because I have it set up perfectly for me. And with a computer, when you're running multiple monitors, HDR really messes with it. I do turn that on and off every now and then. I'm not FreeSync. I have the GeForce. I know some people say you can turn it on and off. I don't see a difference with it on or off with my GeForce graphics card, so I just leave it off. Response time, I have it on faster. You can put it on fast. See, it's adjusting at the top. It's really nice that it's tells you right away. Here's your different crosshairs. It will put the crosshair on until the it goes into sleep mode or you shut it off again. It'll put it right in the middle. It is a bit delayed here. I'm going to push it right now. I pushed it and Maybe I gotta leave the settings all the way. There, now it popped up. It's right there. Pretty nice. I can't really test it out. I ain't gonna launch a game. And you can shut it off or change it to a green dot. Here, I'll change it to green for you guys. Looks like it takes it off until you leave settings, and bam, there it is. Green's pretty nice. If I push off, it goes right off. Game reset. Don't want to do that. We already went through the top one. FPS. I haven't really noticed anything different when I put on more frames per second. Most games are capped. In games that aren't capped, my computer can handle it and doesn't really need any more frames. As long as it's above 20, I really don't give a crap. Brightness, I have it at 100% brightness. Put it down to 50. Right there's 0. You can still see it. Pretty nice if you want to game at night and not wake up everyone in your room. Sharpness. It goes by tens. Oh, I never really watched this. See, it's a bit fuzzy. I don't think you guys can see it being fuzzy. Some people can't stand when something's perfect looking. I'm one of them. Makes my eyes hurt a little bit, so I'm gonna leave it on 50. If it lets me out of them settings. Gamma, all that stuff will pop up if you're using a display cord. I had it on for a second, and it all depends on how you adjust everything. This stuff will appear up. Picture reset, we don't need to do that. Aspect ratio, we got one display port, 2 HDMIs, widescreen or original. Woo, we pissed it off there. We went to original, still looks the same. Gonna put it back up on the full wide. HDR kicked back on, and then general. Got all the languages. Every language you can think of. Power LED. I have not had the power LED light up. Normally LG has it right below their LG logo. I haven't seen that, and there's no light even on it throughout while it's on. So I just leave it on. Standby, I had to shut that off because it's either this or power save. Energy saving is off. One of the two. When I wasn't gaming, or even when you were gaming, it would pop up and say, hey, you got 10 minutes to push the button underneath, or we're going to shut down your monitor. And I have 4 monitors, so it was like they all set it at the same time, and the gap I have in between, I really didn't want to just keep hitting buttons the whole time, so I shut all that off. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Power save won't even let me go to it. I don't know why. HB compatible mode, don't know what that is. Display port version. The buzzer, I have not made it go off. I have it on in case there's like a problem or something. Haven't had a problem with that, but when I'm in a game and the game, I just had the issue last night, Call of Duty will pop up 4K, but the monitor isn't 4K, so it'll pop up with a little box right here saying, hey, your game is trying to run 4K, we're not 4K, would you do the recommended settings? You can either tell it no, or it'll switch the game over to 1080p. It looks the same either way. I didn't really have a problem. Osd Lock, I ran it for 400 hours. Right there it tells us the resolution again, and we're running 165 hertz. And reset settings, and that's it. My buddy has a 144 hertz, and the only difference I noticed, well, actually I noticed no difference between the 144 and the 165, but I'm an LG guy, so I wanted this monitor. But the between 60 hertz and this, the only difference I notice is that when you're moving your gun really quick, you can still see the people's names. I'm a bit older, so maybe it's just my eyes, but it's still a blur to me. You can go into the settings, let's say on Call of Duty, and you can shut off motion blur totally, and 60 hertz will look the same as 165 hertz, but I can never see the names above people's heads so as clearly as I can with this monitor. So basically I paid $200 to see people's names clear, which is nice because then I'll quit shooting teammates. But yeah, I think it's worth the $200 because just a standard monitor is about $100, and this is a good size, and it's kind of the future. A lot of people are going to 4K, but that's about $1,000 for 4K and over 60 hertz. But yeah, I hope somebody got their answer out of what settings it has. You can look up pictures online of what the back looks like and all that. I don't have the stand either. I'm running a stand right there, and it's all locked in there good. Hopefully this helped. Thanks for watching.